Walt Disney said, "You build it and they will come." But at 89 years old, I had a terrific life, a great experience, and I can only tell those who want to know how this all came about. I have to go back in time. I haven't really told you about my father, but he died when he was 47 years old. And he built a lot of bars and restaurants in Center City, but he never let you know how he did it. He never talked to me the way we're talking now. I'll tell you a Navy story. There's 3,000 guys came to Davisville, Rhode Island, and we were all lined up. And the first thing that the chief petty officer said was, "Can anybody type?" I raised my hand, and he said, "Follow me." Went into a room, and he gave me a 72-hour pass and said, "You report back to me Monday as a filer." But anyway, I spent 2 years in the Navy, and when I got out, I went to Westchester State Teachers College, and that's when I started it. And when I graduated, I started teaching, but then Carol and I met. Willow Grove Day Camp came into existence. I got a job every summer at a camp. Well, I was a physical ed. Sports interested me. But in the back of my mind, I've always had that feeling that I wanted to be involved in camping.
But he dreamed, he was ready, and I said, "Hey, it's a great life, that would be a great life." The idea struck me, and I said, I was all for it. And that's when we started. It was his dream, to...
Well, I dream a lot.
He definitely was a dreamer. When we met, I just loved camping. I had wasn't even in my wildest dreams that I would be an owner of a camp. When we started talking camp, from that day when I met him, he was interested in camping, and I said, "You know what, that's a great thing to be interested in." So when we got home, long story short, after camp was over, I called him and I said, "Come get me." Come get me. I broke off with my boyfriend. Come and get me. And we got married 3 months later and started looking for camps. $500 was what we started with. That was our wedding gifts. Well, probably the second year, once we had the financing and we knew we were staying in business, I think by the second year we had doubled our enrollment. And the word started getting around that this is a camp that I would like my children to go to. And then from year after year, the amount of children kept growing and growing. We even ran a little swim club on the side to get things moving financially. From that point on, we started looking at other camps in the area of Willow Grove, especially Marvin. He was always looking for new places. This would make a great camp, and not to buy somebody else's camp, but to develop the camp. I think that was his main joy, is developing the camp.
And those kids go home and tell their mother and father, "Wow." That's the secret word, wow.
I think it's a daily, day-to-day occurrence. Seeing the smiling faces, having the kids come up and give you a hug.
So
Hundreds and hundreds of kids are here today because parents started at Willow Grove.
When you have an idea, do not sit on it, but work to put it into reality. When the statement, "We've been doing this since 1955, is not a good answer. No matter how much effort you put into an idea, there's always some thought that gets lost in the cracks. And I wish I had I left it in Florida. My book, Shoulda, Woulda, Doulda. Because that book, there are lots of things that I wanted to do, and I did do it. This is one of the, this camp here is what I had the privilege of doing. When you make kids say wow, they go home and they can't wait to come back tomorrow.